What is up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? It is time for the weekly forecast. Weekly forecast time for all my signs. I know I didn't get a weekend forecast in. Honestly, I seriously was way too busy this weekend. So, I didn't do it on purpose. I wasn't being lazy. I was like, man, I got so much to do this weekend, reading-wise, you know. And believe it or not, doing this really is draining. It really is. I didn't believe that. Back when I was just a tarot viewer, and I would watch readers, you know, and I would hear people say that, oh, it's so draining. I didn't believe that. I was like, oh, whatever. Quit being a pussy. Oh, yes, it is. Holy fuck. Anyway, though, for those of you who would like a personal reading, you know what to do. You got to look down in the description of this video. Not in my inbox in Facebook or Instagram. It's in the description of the video. You'll find a link that'll take you straight to that page on my website. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on into this with Aries. Let's see what we got for the Aries family. What messages do we have for the Aries family for the week? This is the last week of July, right? Okay, cool. Boom. Ooh, 8 of Wands. Hang on. Hold up. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. All right. There we go. Boom. Ooh, the 9 of Cups. So there's somebody that can't quit thinking about you. And this obviously feels like somebody from the past. Somebody that can't quit thinking about you. And I think they've been waiting on the right opportunity to approach you. Yeah, they've been waiting on the right opportunity to approach you, but they're a little bit intimidated. It appears as though you're doing good where you are. You don't need nobody, anybody from the past. You don't miss nobody. So I'm thinking that they're kind of like holding back, hanging around, waiting on the right opportunity. Right now, it doesn't look like a good opportunity. To them, at least. Now, are you really doing good? I don't know. Are you really like happy where you are in life, not missing nobody? I don't know. But that's the way they perceive it. Either they're wanting to apologize or they want an apology from you, one of the two. But they're afraid it would be drama and conflict. They're afraid you're still mad at them. So, yeah, I don't really think their little journey to go out and replace you was really all that successful. So that's probably why they're wanting to talk to you, wanting to see what's going on with you. Wondering whether or not you still love and miss them, wondering whether or not you care about them. But from afar, looking at you, it doesn't look like it. So I think they feel a little bit intimidated. All right, well, let's see what is coming in next for Aries. What is coming in next? Anything new coming in? Anything old coming back? What is coming in next for Aries? Ace of Coins. Thank you for the super chat, Athena. Thank you, appreciate you. The Hermit. Some of y'all got a Virgo headed your way. But what I'm kind of feeling here is that you all are taking a path that's kind of lonely for a little bit. So the next person that does come in, it might be a little ways down the line. This is telling me that for those of you who are on a path alone right now, I'm being told to tell you that you're on a path by yourself for a very specific reason. The next person coming in, though, will be a new person. No, I do not think it is somebody that you know. I do not think so. And it could possibly be somebody that you wouldn't normally picture yourself with, too. Like, you could be kind of blown away because this person doesn't really seem like your type. Could be a successful business person, though. Somebody who does well with money, got it going on in business and finance and whatnot. But, yeah, this is probably more along the lines of somebody that you wouldn't normally see yourself with. So you might be a little bit hesitant. Or at least you might be just kind of hanging back, wondering, is this for real? Is this for real? All right, whatever. Let's get the advice for Aries. What's the advice? What is the advice? A King of Pentacles. So like I said, if you're on a path by yourself, don't try too hard to control the path you're on. Not too hard. I mean, it's all balance and give and take when it comes to the universe. So if you're trying everything you can to bring somebody into your life, friends, family, relationships, and it just seems like the universe is fighting against you, hang back and let it roll the way it naturally wants to roll. That's one of the trickiest things when it comes to developing a relationship with the universe. How can I tell when the universe is fighting against me versus when I just need to put forth more effort towards making something happen? That's tricky. That's tricky, but I'm feeling like a lot of you, 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, you're going through a transition right now by yourself for a reason, because you don't need no drama in your life and on your path right now. Any drama or any bullshit that makes its way into your life will pull you off of your path. The universe will bring the next person into your life when it is time. Right now, I'm being told to tell you, at least for the week, everything is happening perfectly according to plan. Okay? All right, Taurus. What do we got for the Taurus family? Taurus family for the week, man. Taurus family. Uh-oh. 7 of Swords. So you're definitely dealing with a situation with somebody that you cannot trust. For those of you who are suspicious, thinking that you may not be able to trust this person, here's your sign. Thank you for the super chat, Gemma. Thank you, appreciate you. Yeah, if you're suspicious that you can't trust somebody, 9 times out of 10, across the board, when you get that feeling about somebody, you usually can't. You usually can't. Okay. Man, I'm going to tell you what, though. Damn, 10 of Cups Lovers card. There is so much potential with this connection, with this relationship. But Death card, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This person's silly little games that they be playing is just fucking everything all up. I don't think that that is the way this was supposed to go down. I don't think so. And you know this. So right now, you all are currently creating karma. Currently creating karma. Thank you, Carrie, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, a lot of karma is being created here because I don't think this soul contract was supposed to go down like this. I don't think so. I do not think so. Some of you dealing with a Scorpio. I also have Aquarius and Virgo here. Oh, I got Gemini hiding in here too. Damn, dude. Wow. You don't see that come through very often. At least I don't. Most of the time, the vast majority of the time, about 75 to 80% of the time, when a connection is starting to go south and it's starting to not work out, usually because it's time to part ways. Rarely do you see that where it's not time to part ways. It wasn't supposed to come to an end. Well, okay. Well, who's the next person coming in for the singles? Who's the next person coming in for the single Tauruses? Boom, 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 boom. Uh-oh. This ain't telling me what's coming in next. Wow. I got that Knight of Cups up there. That's about it. But this is all this past energy is all that's coming through right now. This is telling me that some of y'all have so much past energy that you're dragging along with you that it's creating a blockage, preventing the next person from coming in. The next person coming in is on a totally different vibrational frequency. Totally, completely different. So it's going to require a massive vibrational change in order to attract the next person in. Wow. Damn, these energies are getting heavy already, boy. But the next person due to come in is somebody you do not know. That's the only thing that it's telling me. It's the only thing it's telling me. It's not telling me anything other than it's somebody brand new that you do not know. So if you're wondering whether or not it's this person or that person, no, it's not. This is the next person coming in is a totally, completely new person that you do not know. What's the advice for Taurus? What is the advice? Seven of Pentacles. I know y'all hate it when I talk about that, but healing. Healing, healing, healing. Do not get into a relationship out of loneliness. Ever. 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 Because the primary law is the law of vibration. So if I'm on a vibration of emptiness and brokenness, that's all I can attract. Is a person who matches the frequency of emptiness and brokenness. And then when you get into a relationship and settle down and try to build a foundation on a vibration of emptiness and brokenness, that's when emptiness and brokenness starts manifesting between the two of you. Yep, that's the way it works. So since the primary law is the law of vibration, the primary goal should be healing. The primary goal should at least be working on starting to fill that void in here. And I know that's tricky. Boy, that's tricky. We were born into and brought up in a system that has so conditioned us to search for pleasure that a lot of us don't even know what happiness even really is. What is happiness? What is that? Something or someone has to make me happy. I can't make me happy. Yeah, you can actually. Now, I haven't mastered it, but I'm way better at it than I used to be. You got to go in there and find that switch. It's like feeling around in a dark room for a light switch. Most people don't even get up and feel for it. But for those of you who do, you're going to fuck around and find it by accident. And when you flip that light on and that empty, dark, broken void fills up full of light, you're going to be like, whoa, holy shit. Now, does that mean it's going to stay on forever? No. The bulb might burn out one day, and you might have to go feel around, find a new bulb, and then feel around for the switch again. Telling you, it sounds silly, but I'm dead serious, dude. Dead serious. All right. Who was that? Taurus? Gemini. What messages do we have for the Gemini family? Gemini. Jimmy Lou, Jimmy Lou, Jim Jaroo. Boom. Ooh, the Empress. Hold up. Hang on. Some of y'all could possibly be dealing with a person that you have kids with, maybe. Man, Ten of Cups and the Empress. So it's looking like, oh, look at this. Look at Gemini, boy. Ace of Cups, Page of Swords. This looks like new communication coming in. New communication coming in, but here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. So yes, there is potential for this to be so successful it's not even funny. But here's you, all up in your head, not sure if you believe it. All up in your head, not sure if you believe it, right? Because so much shit has happened in the past that some of you are actually kind of starting to not really give up hope, but just not get your hopes up like you used to. Maybe for some of you, you want to keep your options open. You have a lot of options available to you. So, Two of Wands and Two of Swords, you're not really making a decision. Thinking that you're probably going to consider keeping your options open. Damn, Gemini. Okay, well, what's the overall general outcome? General overall outcome. General overall outcome. Two of Cups reversed. Hang on. Well, yeah, things are moving real slow between the two of you. Empress reversed. Real slow. You're not just jumping in there and jumping headfirst into this. Matter of fact, some of you are kind of struggling to feel a real strong connection with this person. Yeah, keeping your options open. All the same cards coming out, except in the reverse. Ooh, Five of Wands. It could pop off into some random, unexpected drama between the two of you. It could. Especially maybe this person's talking to you and they really think that you're into them and this is going to go somewhere. And then you just kind of tell them one day, nah, you know what? I'm not feeling it. We ain't vibing. I don't know. And then they get pissed off and blow up. Oh shit, that's weird. That's weird. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Advice for Gemini. Hey, Page of Cups reversed. At the end of the day, do not extend or accept any love offers from any person unless you are 100% confident that you know where this connection is going. And that's across the board. Even if they do have good intentions. Let's flip that coin over and look at the other side of that coin. Let's say they do have good intentions. I was just telling this to a client a few days ago. What if, even if they do have good intentions, then what? Then what? That's still a problem, because why are you confused about their intentions then? Why are you confused about them? There's still some kind of wires that are being crossed in there. We're still not connected at the deepest level. If you have good intentions and I can't tell, then me and you ain't connected. We're not connected like that. So, yeah, well, if you're the least bit confused for whatever reason, then don't extend or accept a love offer. Don't do it. Because if you're confused in the beginning and you're having a hard time reading this person in the beginning and you're kind of scratching your head because you can't really tell where you stand with them in the beginning, do you think that's ever going to just go away? No. No. Matter of fact, the closer you get, the more that's going to intensify. It's going to intensify. It's going to get worse. All right. Cancer. Cancerians. What messages do we have for the Cancerian collective? I got 3 brand new decks here, so I'm trying to break them in. They're kind of slippery. What messages do we have for the Cancerian collective? Ooh, King of Wands. Some of you dealing with a fire sign. Okay, so you're dealing with somebody that is very, very, very stuck in their ways. Very stuck in their ways. Very, very stubborn, refuses to see things from a different perspective. For some of you, it could be somebody from the past with the Tower card reversed. For others of you, it could be a current person that you've been trying to prevent it from coming to an end. I think for the majority of you, though, it feels like somebody from the past. Yeah. So this person is thinking about it, weighing out the pros and cons, contemplating whether or not to come forward and attempt reconciliation. But what they're really trying to do, I think, is they're really trying to figure out how to manipulate the situation. But I think they know, I don't know why they feel this way, but they know that that's not going to work. Karmic wheel in the reverse. Yep, death card reverse, okay. Some of you dealt with a Leo. I also have Sagittarius here. Damn, dog. Well, let's see the outcome then. Is this person coming forward? Are they taking action? Anything happening here? They're coming forward, taking action. Oh shit, Queen of Swords reversed. Hang on. Ooh, 10 of Wands reversed. I think this person's probably going to try to come forward and get closure. They're probably going to come forward and try to get closure, but you really strongly suspect that there's ulterior motives behind it. Yeah, so you're not getting too close to this person. Some of you may even just ignore this person altogether. But with the Page of Pentacles upright, Page of Cups reversed, even if you don't ignore them, you're keeping them at an arm's distance. Some of you may be dealing with somebody that's trying to impress you, you know, like maybe show off their money. Oh man, guess what? I done got promoted, got a new job, look at this new car I got a bigger house, you know, that kind of shit. I do think there are ulterior motives behind that. There absolutely are. I don't think it's closure that they want. They're coming forward to get closure, but they're disguising it. They're disguising it as closure. It's actually, they're really trying to see how you feel. They're trying to see if you miss them, if you love them, if you want a reconciliation attempt. They're just trying to poke in and pry and see how you feel. What's the advice? What is the advice? Ooh, 8 of Wands, hang on. Okay, so one of the ways to test the general intentions of anybody, just their general intentions, just to see what kind of person they are in general, is to set some sort of boundary. Set a boundary. Now, not really an outlandish, crazy, fucking ridiculous boundary, but a reasonable boundary. Set some sort of boundary and see if they respect it. One question I get, not every day, but fairly regularly, is how do I know if somebody is trying to manipulate me? How do I know? Simple. Set a boundary and see if they respect it. A person who is not trying to manipulate you will respect your boundaries even if it doesn't benefit them. Even if they don't get anything out of it, if it goes against what they want, a person not trying to manipulate you will be like, all right, cool. That's really how you feel? Goddamn, man. Okay. All right. That sucks. I don't agree with you, but okay. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. A person who is trying to manipulate you, first of all, will not accept the boundary that you set. And they will push and poke and push and poke and push and poke. And the more you keep your foot down, the more irritated they become. And if you stand rock solid, rock fucking solid, eventually they're going to explode and throw a fit. Eventually. They're going to start guilt tripping you, shaming you, you know, and when it doesn't work, they're going to throw a fit. So if you set a boundary and somebody gets pissed off at you and starts throwing a fit, you don't need them in your life anyway. All right, Leo. What messages do we have for the Leo family? What are the messages for the Leo fam? Three of Pentacles reversed. Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody at the workplace, possibly. I know that's not all of you. Ooh, brand new person coming in, though. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I think some of you are being tested. Yep. Some of you are being tested. The good news is we are only tested when it's time to level up. That's the good news. That's the good news. But the bad news is if you don't pass the test, you will end up experiencing a repeat cycle of what happened in your last relationship. So you got somebody coming forward on some bullshit. And it's not, I don't think it's going to be that difficult to spot either. I don't think so. Like, this is going to be a situation in which I've been there. I've done that. I've heard that shit. I've smelled that bullshit before. But the question is, are you able to take a look back at what happened in the past and say to yourself, okay, well, what should I have done last time? What I should have done last time is what I should do this time. Because if you keep doing the same thing you've been doing, you're going to keep getting the same thing you've been getting. It's another question I get from time to time. Why do I keep being tested? Because you keep failing the fucking test. Let's see the overall outcome. What's the overall outcome? Before I even say anything, hang on. What is the overall outcome? King of Pentacles. Ooh, Seven of Wands. Okay, maybe you will pass the test. Maybe. Thank you, Hiromi, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Maybe you will pass the test then. Okay. Yeah. See, you remember what happened in the past. Okay. Like I said, it's not rocket science, y'all. It ain't rocket science. When you start feeling that suspicious, funny feeling that something might be off, then you start seeing the inconsistencies, you know, and their actions start not matching up with their words, and you can just tell. That's when you know this is a test. I'm being tested. But the good news is, though, like I said, you're tested when it's time to level up. And hey, most of the time, you're usually tested more than once. Usually. Not everybody, but most of the time, you'll be tested sometimes 2 or 3 times. But as long as you have a solid enough sense of emotional independence and integrity, you'll pass the test every time. Because by the time you're on that frequency and you're actually walking in the energy of happiness, love, and abundance from within, you understand that the goal is not the relationship. That's not the goal. The goal is love and happiness. But love and happiness is a vibration. Vibration is the primary law. A relationship is something that you attract. Attraction is the secondary law. So it's easy. When you're coming from a place of abundance from within and you're already happy, then why would I bring you into my life? My bullshit-o-meter is going to be so sensitive. So sensitive. You'll be able to smell some bullshit from a mile away, dude. You can talk to a person for a minute, not even a minute, and get a whole download of all the bullshit that's going to come along with connecting with that person. I don't know how to explain it, dude. I don't know how to explain it. But it's looking like you're doing pretty good, though. I'm thinking the majority of you are going to handle this situation just fine. Best case scenario, you will completely avoid it altogether. Completely avoid it. Your spidey senses will tingle and you'll avoid that shit and you won't even know what happened. You'll never even know you was being tested. Most people kind of fall somewhere in the middle, though, where they'll go ahead and acquiesce to seeing what this person's all about. Feels a little bit weird, feels a little bit funny, something don't feel right, but I'll give it a chance. I'll go ahead and give it a chance, and then it just doesn't feel right. So you back away from it. That's still passing the test. Thank you, Ed, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, cool. Looks like you're doing good, though. The only advice that I would give is keep doing what you're doing. Even if you get tested 4 times, that's fine. I would say that if I had to make a list of the top 3 leading causes of people going to their deathbed without ever meeting their actual person, one of those things would definitely be spinning in circles for too many years trying to force a relationship to work with somebody that they don't need to be messing with. That would be one of them. So the quicker you're able to identify who is not your person, the quicker the universe can actually bring you your person. I know some people who turned down 50 relationships before the universe brought them their person. All right, Virgo. What messages do we have for the Virgo fam? Ooh, 2 of Swords in the reverse. Hang on. I don't know what to say about that yet. All I can say about that is that's a final decision being made. Yeah, and the Empress. Yeah, this looks like something. This looks like something that absolutely more than likely came to an end at some point. And some of you are just making the decision that it's done. Period. It's done. Dun 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 dun. Thank you, Marie, for the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate you. So, I do think that you absolutely completed a karmic cycle. Absolutely. Because I think a lot of you know that whatever this wasn't a true love connection, not mutually. Now, you may have loved them, but this was a codependency attachment. I think a lot of you dealt with a codependent. This person's probably going to try to talk to you. Probably, I know they want to talk to you, but it kind of looks to me like even if it hurts, even if you're losing sleep over it, even if you're losing sleep over it, you already know what needs to be done. Already know, yeah, you absolutely, look at this. Completed a karmic cycle like a motherfucker, boy. Absolutely. Okay, well, let's see what's coming in next for Virgo then. Something new coming in, something old coming back. What's coming in next? What's the outcome? What's coming in next? What's the outcome? Ooh, a very rough transition. Going through a rough, difficult transition. Irina, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Ooh, Ace of Cups in the upright. Next person coming in is going to be a new person. A new person. This person may be a pretty troubled individual, though. They may have some issues with the Devil card, 7 of Wands. Some of you, this person could be battling some sort of addiction problem, possibly. But you do see the potential in this person, whatever it is that they're dealing with, whatever demons they're battling. You do see the potential. You realize that it would take quite a bit of work for the two of you to make this happen. So I think you're going to go ahead and go for this. You're going to go ahead and go for this just because you understand the potential that's there. Because, I mean, it don't matter. It don't matter what somebody's dealing with. It's going to take work anyways. It's going to take some work anyways. A lot of past energy coming through here too. So that's another thing that you want to keep in mind is that when you connect with a new person, that does not mean that you just forget all about the past healing that needs to be done. That's not what that means. What's the advice? What is the advice? Oh, we got that Devil card reverse jumped out there. So don't let it start off as a sex-based connection. Don't let it start off like that. We can get to that later, but don't let it start off like that. Yeah, some of you might even want to consider, I don't know how I'm going to word this, but like, I ain't going to sleep with you at all until I connect with you at a certain level. See what I'm saying? Once we connect at a certain level, then we'll jump in bed together. Because guess what? Look, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. I don't care how spiritually awakened you are. I don't care. When you fuck somebody, y'all's energies get tangled up like a tangled up ball of fucking fishing line, dude. And it can be a bitch untangling from that shit. Oh, it can be a bitch. It can take forever. Hang on a second, y'all. Yeah, it can take forever untangling from that shit. So you want to pay attention to somebody's energy before you jump in bed with them. Make sure that y'all are connected on a very specific level before you just jump in bed. Just saying. I think the longest it took me to untangle from somebody was 3 years one time. 3 years. It took me 3 years to get somebody's energy out of my fucking auric field one time. For real. So just proceed with caution is all I'm saying. All right, Libra. Libra. Libra, Libra. Boom, boom, boom. Uh-oh, 9 of Swords. Are you, what? Somebody's losing sleep over something here. Hang on. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. So somebody, reality is starting to hit this person that you're moving on. Yeah. Okay. I think there's somebody who's been keeping a very close eye on you from the past. And they've been convinced that you're going to come running back to them and come running and chasing after them. Been convinced of it. Why? I don't know. Have you done it before? Did you run back to this person before in the past, maybe? I don't know, but they've been convinced that you go and run and chase after them. And I don't know what's happening, whether you're connecting with a new person in a new relationship or what, but it's starting to hit them. The reality is starting to hit them that, oh shit, Libra really fucking done with this shit. Oh shit. So now it's really starting to hit them. Now it's like they don't realize what they had until it's gone type shit, you know? All right, well, what's the overall outcome? Is something new coming in for Libra? Who's the next person coming in? Is there something new coming in for Libra? Boom. New communication. It's probably going to be a communication-based connection, the next person coming in. Yeah. Damn. Got to break these decks in, man. They're brand new and slippery. Yeah. So the next person coming in is somebody you're probably going to spend a little bit of time talking to first. But I don't think you're going to be able to keep moving forward without whoever this is from the past trying to put an energetic hook in you. Probably going to do things to try to get your attention. For some of you, they may straight up show up in your inbox, but I don't think so. I don't think they know exactly how to approach you. They don't know how to go about starting a conversation with you and breaking the ice with you. But they're probably going to start making themselves known, doing little things to try to get your attention, you know. Here's another example that I like to use. Say, for example, like you have a friend that works at the gas station, right? And they just have to go get gas while your friend is working. Because they know your friend's going to come up and be like, dude, Libra, you won't believe who I saw at work today. You know, that kind of shit. Oh, man. Let's get the advice here. I see you talking to somebody new, but maybe not jumping into a relationship with somebody new yet. What's the advice? What is the advice? King of Wands reversed. Okay. Ooh, High Priestess reversed. Well, I'm going to tell you what. When it comes to whoever this is from the past, nothing is more important than being able to go inside and trust yourself. People come to me from time to time and they'll ask me, how much healing have I done? You should be able to know how much healing you've done. Are you able to go inside with a clear conscience and a clean heart and tell yourself, I've released this, I understand the deeper meaning behind why it happened. I'm thankful for the experience, for the wisdom that it gave me. Like, I release that. Because I would work on doing that before you ever communicate with this person. Because the ultimate goal, y'all, the ultimate goal in releasing a soul connection, the ultimate goal when it comes to releasing anything from your past is to be able to look back on something that happened and be able to see so clearly why it was meant to happen the way that it happened that you're glad it happened. That's the ultimate goal. So once you're able to look back on something and understand why it happened, you ain't gonna want to try to go do it differently. You've already given it a meaning. You've already written it in stone. See what I'm saying? Okay. Take that information and do with it what you will. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. What messages do we have for the Scorpion collective? What are the messages for the Scorpios? Whoop, whoop, boom. Ooh, something you're walking away from. I don't know if you just recently walked away from this or if you're about to. Or, maybe it's something you're just still walking away from that ended in the past. 5 of Cups reversed. You're doing some healing, though. You're doing like some for real hardcore healing. I think a lot of you are doing more healing than you know. Doing way more healing than you know. And the reason you don't know how much healing you've done is because it's still kind of painful a little bit. So the Death card's reversed. You haven't fully moved on from whatever it is. But you've done a lot more healing than you know. And somebody has their eye on you. I'm kind of thinking that somebody that you do know has their eye on you. And I'm just not 100% convinced that you have your eye on them is the only thing. Somebody around you, possibly somebody at the workplace, maybe somebody in your circle of friends. They got their eye on you. They're interested in you. And I think a lot of you kind of know who it is. But the bad news is I think the majority of you aren't really into them. Not really. Could be a Virgo for some of you. It could be a fellow Scorpio. I also have Cancer here. Okay. Well, what's coming in next? Who's the next person due to come in for Scorpio? Next person due to come in. 2 of Coins. Some of y'all, wow, that's weird. Some of y'all are getting to a point where you just don't even have time for that. Yeah, hang on. Hold up. Yeah, okay, so long story short, in the big grand scheme of things, the next person coming in is a brand new person. Brand new. There is somebody around you that has their eye on you, but I don't think you have your eye on them. Thank you, Nicole, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. I don't think you have your eye on them. But the next person that does come in is going to be very sudden, abrupt, and unexpected. And it might be inconvenient. It might be at an inconvenient time. Now, there's a lot of quantum physics behind why this has to happen this way. I usually say that for my personal clients. If you want to understand, because you know, things always happen when you least expect it. You hear that all the time, right? Well, you know there's a reason why that happens, right? There is quantum physics behind why the biggest things happen when you least expect it. That's not just a coincidence. That's not just something that happens sometimes. That's when it happens. And a lot of times, when are we not expecting it? When are we not expecting it? When we don't have fucking time for it. You're not expecting it because it's inconvenient. I ain't got time for that shit right now. I got so much other shit going on in my life. And that's when it happens. And it's like, damn it, man, I ain't got time for this. You know that it's going to require you to completely flip your world upside down to make this happen. What's the advice? What is the advice? Boom. Fool card. It's going to require a leap of faith. A leap of faith, man. When everything is lining up and everything, because I get it. Sometimes we can kind of like want to step back and be like, whoa, nothing this good ever happens to me. No, there's always something fucked up going on in there. Right? There's always a catch. You know, it's always going to end up biting me in the ass. But when every little thing seems to be lining up, it's going to require a leap of faith. Some of you, it's going to require you to make some drastic life changes. Drastic, crazy life changes. This is a whole new cycle. A whole brand new cycle. So for those of you who choose to take this leap of faith, it's going to flip your whole world upside down. That within a year's time, you won't even recognize your own fucking life. It's going to require a leap of faith, though. And at the end of the day, why not? Why not? You want to know what my worst fear is? My worst fear is getting to the end of my life and looking back with regret. Not over something that I did, but looking back with regret because of something I was too scared to do. That's my worst fear. That is my worst fear in the world. I dedicated my life when I was in my late 20s, when I was like 28. I promised myself, I will try and fail miserably. I will fall on my ass in front of millions of people and make a complete dumbass out of myself before I allow the fear of failure to hold me back. Yep. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If you do something dumb that makes you look kind of stupid, yeah, you might get laughed at, but they'll forget about it. They'll forget about it. Who cares, you know? But that little decision could have been the one that completely changed your life. But then, even if it wasn't, so what? You know what I love? I grew up, I was raised by my grandparents. So I grew up around a lot of old people. And I always loved sitting around and listening to old people's stories. Don't you want to have some fucking cool stories to be able to tell your grandkids and shit? I do. I do. Good or bad. Positive experience or negative experience. I want to be able to look back on my life and have all kinds of crazy fucking stories. So that's just the way I see it. I'm not saying do it my way, but just think about that. All right. Excuse me. Sagittarius. Brand new deck. Slippery brand new deck. Sagittarius. What messages do we have for the Saggy family? What messages do we have? Uh-oh. Could be blocked communication between you and somebody, possibly. Some of you dealt with a Gemini. Ooh. Okay, wow. So you completed a karmic cycle. Yeah. If there's blocked communication between you and somebody, or even it doesn't have to be blocked necessarily, but just like no communication, you absolutely completed a karmic cycle. This person is waiting to hear from you, though. Yeah, they're waiting to hear from you. That's all that it's telling me. I don't really think that they're waiting with open arms, though. I'm not going to lie. 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands. They're not waiting with open arms, but they're waiting to hear from you. But with the 2 of Swords, 10 of Cups, both reversed, kind of feels to me like they're going to be waiting a while, don't it? They're going to be waiting a minute. Because at least right now, Queen of Wands reversed. I don't really think you're interested in extending or accepting a love offer from this person. Ace of Cups reversed. Wow, okay. Okay, whatever. We're going in circles now. But for those of you wondering, you completed your soul contract with this person. There is no unfinished business between the 2 of you. What's coming in next for Sagittarius? Who's the next person coming in? High Priestess. Could be a Cancer headed your way for some of you. Damn, 2 Cancer cards there. Yeah. All right. So, with the Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Star card reversed, I don't think the next person coming in is somebody that you know. There's some kind of blockage in the beginning, too. Kind of feeling like there will be some obstacles in the way. Not necessarily roadblocks preventing the 2 of you from coming together, but some obstacles in the way. And the question will be, do we want this bad enough to overcome the obstacles? That'll be the question. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Let's see who I got here. I got Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. Okay, that's all it's telling me. That is all that it's telling me. Let's get some advice here. What's the advice? Oh, who do we got here? Tequila Mockingbird. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Man, y'all been on fire with the super chats today, man. Appreciate y'all, dude. Thank you. What's the advice for Sagittarius? This is another brand new deck, too. Okay. 7 of Cups reversed. Well, don't go into any connection with any person and have any kind of backup plans. If you're talking to somebody, right? If I'm talking to you and I'm thinking, well, what about this person? What about my ex? What about that person? It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's destined for failure. Also, too, if there are any obstacles in the way between you and another person, like say a distance, for example, that I get that more often than not in my work. Let's say we're at a distance. We live 2 states away. Okay, well, at some point, we got to start planning for what we're going to do about that. What are we going to do about closing that distance? Somebody is going to have to leave their life behind. Somebody, period. One, the other, or possibly both of us. Do we want this bad enough? Who wants this bad enough to leave their life behind? So I would recommend that within the first month, 2 months max, whatever the obstacle is that's in the way, by the end of the second month, if we are not crystal clear on what it is we're going to be doing to overcome this obstacle, you might want to seriously step back and think, well, is this a connection that I want to keep breathing life into? I ain't shitting you, man. Sometimes I get personal readings from people who have been in a long distance relationship for 3 years, 4 years. I'm like, God damn, how long y'all gonna keep that going like that? How long y'all gonna keep that going? At some point, somebody has to be ready to leave their life behind. Somebody. Who's it gonna be? Knowing you, Sagittarius, you'll probably be like, okay, I'll come to you. I just say that because that's what my Sagittarius wife did when we met. Okay, I'll come to you. I'm tired of this shit. But even at that, okay, what about you come to me? Which one's it going to be? So if by the second month, you're not 100% sure, or at least don't have a plan, not even planning as to what we're going to do, we're not working towards overcoming whatever obstacle is between the two of us, then we need to have that conversation. Well, I want to know where this connection's going. If I don't know where it's going, I'm not doing this. Because it'll just sit there and linger for fucking years. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. What are the messages for the Capricorn family? Boom, boom, boom. Three of Wands. Are you waiting on communication from somebody? Either you're waiting on hearing from them or they're waiting on hearing from you. Knight of Wands reversed, though. Yeah, definitely somebody you have unfinished business with. Absolutely. So I think y'all are both kind of sitting around waiting on each other for the very most part. Now, get this. This person do be keeping a close eye on you, and they know exactly what they want to say to you. They know exactly what they want to say to you. So if you was to show up in their inbox, nothing that they say would be random. I think they have everything all scripted out that they want to say to you. You and this person are absolutely karmically tied. Absolutely. This is a karmic tie. Okay, that's about all I can get from this here. They are a little bit intimidated by you too. Okay, that's all this is telling me. Could be a Leo for some of you. Let's see what the outcome of this situation is. Are they taking any action towards you? Or what's coming in next? What's going on? Whoops. Hermit reversed. No, this person's not coming forward until they see what they would consider to be a good opportunity. So if they don't see what they would think is a good opportunity, they're not coming forward. Now, what is a good opportunity for a past person to come back? Think about that. Think about that. An ex. Okay, we parted ways. If you're an ex and you're waiting on a good opportunity to connect with your ex, what would you consider to be a good opportunity? Vulnerability, right? When you're at a vulnerable place, when something bad is going on in your life, you get broke up with, get your heart broke, your dog died, grandma's in the hospital, something like that, right? But it's not really looking like they see what they would consider to be a good opportunity. So they're hanging back. They're hanging back. What's the advice for this situation? What is the advice? Ooh, Five of Swords reversed. Ooh, this is saying that it wouldn't even be a good idea for you and this person to talk. Why not? Why not? It'd be a waste of time. Why? Okay. Because this person would more than likely try to control you and manipulate this situation. More than likely. Could be an Aries for some of you. So I'll meet you in the middle then. I'll meet you in the middle. Do you think you have a strong enough sense of integrity to be able to just get closure with this person and not respond or react to or get triggered by anything that they say or do? Do you think you could like shoot them a closure message and be like, yo, I just want to let you know that no ill will coming from me, no hard feelings coming from me. I send you on your way with love and light, right? And then they fire back something shitty, something, you know, that's designed to trigger you and get some kind of reaction out of you, and you don't respond at all. Don't respond at all. Or they say that one thing that they know digs up under your skin, and you don't respond at all. If you feel like you have the strength to do that, proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. But if you think that this person could easily suck you back in and trigger you, keep them away. Keep them at an arm's distance. All right, Aquarius. What messages do we have for the Aquarius family? Messages. Ooh, the Temperance reversed. Some of you dealt with a Sagittarius. Hang on. Don't know what to say about that yet. Last shuffle, last one. Boom. Ooh, could be a fellow Aquarius for some of you. I feel like that's your energy, though. Okay. Ooh. So I think this person's been waiting on hearing from you, and they're starting to get a little bit impatient. Starting to get a little bit impatient. That's all this is telling me here. For some of you, there could be a third party in the mix. Maybe you're already with someone or talking to someone, or they are maybe. This isn't telling me nothing. This ain't telling me shit. But with the High Priestess reverse there, I think that what's driving this person crazier than anything is they want to know how you feel. They want to know how you feel. They're driving themselves nuts, losing sleep, trying to figure out how you feel. Because there's a part of them that is absolutely convinced that you miss them, you love them, and you want to be with them. But on the other hand, it just really doesn't look like it. So they're up in their head. They can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. So they just really, 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 really want to know how you feel. But the question is why? That's the question. Why does it matter how you feel? What difference does it make? That's what it's not telling me. That's what it's not telling me. I don't know. Could be a Libra for some of you. Okay. Well, what's coming in next for Aquarius? New coming in or old coming back? What's coming in next? You know what? Somebody from the past might try to throw a pity party. Yeah, look at that. And this depicts it. I love the way it's depicted in this deck. Right? Pity party. Boo-hoo me, poor pitiful me. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Right? Somebody playing the victim, throwing a pity party, trying to pluck at your heartstrings. Fool card. Oh, it ain't gonna work though, is it? Yeah. See, Death card reverse, 5 of Pentacles. I think somebody from the past gonna try to throw a pity party at you. Some of you might just completely ignore this person altogether. But even if you don't ignore them, I do still kind of feel like you're being very cold. You're not letting this person know how you feel about them at all. You're not showing them how you feel about anything. Nothing. Ice cold. Even if it tears you up on the inside, this can be tearing you to pieces on the inside. Ice cold. And that pisses them off even more. I think they're intimidated by the fact that they haven't let this go. And it looks like you have. Or at least you're acting very cold. That pisses them off. They're frustrated by that. What's the advice? What is the advice? What's the advice? Ha-ha! 9 of Cups. Stand in that emotional integrity. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, man. I love it. That's beautiful advice. So, do not open up emotionally to anybody that you don't trust with how you feel. If you know that you can't trust this person with how you feel, don't let them know how you feel. Because you already know there's only one reason why they want to know. There's only one fucking reason why they want to know how you feel. So they can use it to their advantage. That's it. That's it. They ain't trying to get back with you. They ain't trying to reconcile with you. They want to know how you feel so they can know how to try to manipulate you. Don't do it. You do need to let go of this, though. You do need to heal from this. Because I'm going to tell you what right now, on the other side of healing from this is your fucking blessings. But this person is serving as an anchor that is anchoring you to the vibration that manifested that relationship. And if you're still on the same vibration that manifested that relationship, you are a vibrational match to nothing but other people and other situations that resonate harmoniously with that relationship. Ooh, look at it. I wasn't even done talking. All right. Pisces. What messages do we have for Pisces? Boom, 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 boom. 2 of Pentacles reversed. This is a real weird miscellaneous message that may not apply for all of you, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this. If you're talking to somebody and they keep giving you the excuse, I'm busy with work, I'm busy with work, I'm busy with work, and you're wondering whether or not they're being honest with you, they are. They are. They're not lying to you. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I had to say it. Yes, they are busy with work. They got a lot going on. Ooh, Page of Cups. Okay. So this is new love coming in. New love coming in. Somebody that you feel a very, very unusually strong connection with. You feel like you've known this person your whole life. Some of you may even possibly feel like this person's out of your league. For those of you wondering about a past person, it's telling me that you have no unfinished business from the past. None. So if you have no unfinished business from the past, that means one thing. If you try to go back and try it again, it's going to repeat the cycle and manifest the same outcome again. So when you got a completed soul contract, it's going to keep looping around and looping around and looping around like a wheel and keep repeating the same cycle. But I don't think that's the majority of you. The majority of you have something new coming in, something brand new. And like I said, some of you, maybe this person is always saying I'm busy all the time. They are. If that applies to you, they are. They absolutely are. Okay, those messages were kind of scattered. Let's see what's the overall outcome. How are things looking? How's this situation looking? How's this situation looking? Woo-hoo! Look at that. A new start in love, walking away from the past and starting new love. Wow. Damn, Fool card. You can kick your running shoes off and get comfy. This is a long-term contract. Now, notice how I worded that. I pick and choose my words very carefully. It is a long-term contract. Does that mean that it is guaranteed to be a long-term relationship? No. You can absolutely fuck it up. But that's not what's in the contract. Whoever this is coming in next, or for some of you, maybe this is somebody you just recently started connecting with, it is a long-term, stable contract. So, that's all this is telling me right now. Ain't telling me much more than that. Could be a Taurus for some of you. For those of you who having kids is on the table as an option, I could see that happening. I could see that happening. What's the advice? What is the advice? Ooh, Knight of Cups. We already talked about that. Hang on. Oh. Do not get into a relationship because you think that's going to make your loneliness go away. Okay? Do not expect a relationship to distract you from past heartbreak. Do not neglect any healing that needs to be done from the past just because you're with a new person. And don't try too hard to control the situation. In the beginning, the main things that you want to focus on in the very, very beginning are communication, trust, and our values and morals aligning. Don't worry about all the other bullshit that we have in common. Don't worry about that. You know, at the end of the day, if you want to be serious about it, we don't have to have anything in common at all, except our morals and values. You can have nothing else in common, period. But our morals and values line up, you are much more likely to be able to build a successful life partnership with somebody that you have nothing in common with, except your morals and values, than to be able to build a life partnership with that you have everything in common with except your morals and values. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. But again, don't let this distract you from any past healing that needs to be done. And again, don't get into relationships out of loneliness. Don't do that. No relationship can fill the void in your heart. It don't work that way. All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Excuse me. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.